Hey guys, welcome to the show. Jack Scalfani here, Cooking with Jack show, and it is definitely fall season right now. It's definitely time to be doing some stuff with these apples. We bought this bag of apples because Brian asked us to buy apples, but she didn't mean a whole bag. We bought a whole bag because we were at Sam's Club. We bought too many. So we're like, what can we do with these apples? So we remembered our Lazy Man's peach cobbler. We're like, I think you can switch out the fruit, right? So we're going to try that today. We're going to do the Lazy Man's peach cobbler, but it's the Lazy Man's apple cobbler. And if that works out, then you're going to be able to swap out any fruit you want. Put it in there, okay? So let's get started with all the ingredients. Come on in close, and I'll show you what we need. All right, first thing you need is apples, sugar, milk, cinnamon and butter, and you need self-rising flour, not all-purpose. You want to make your all-purpose into a self-rising flour. Look it up on Google on how much to add, but you just add a little bit of salt and a little bit of baking powder, and it becomes self-rising flour, all right? You guys ready? Let's get started. All right, guys, first thing we're going to do is treat the apples in here. I don't know if you want to call it glazing it, juicing it, getting some of the moisture out of the apples, getting a syrupy mixture made, and that's what the apples have to be done if you're doing fresh. If you're doing canned, you already got them. They're already soft. They already got syrup. You're good. Just follow the directions. But in this recipe, we're doing fresh apples. So put all your apples in there. Okay. Take your water. So you're pouring in about a half cup of water. Then grab your half your sugar in the recipe. Sprinkle it over all the apples. Go ahead and put your flame on. Always move your pan to see that you got a flame. Yep, you got a flame. And let that kind of simmer for, you want to get a spoon and kind of mix that around. But let that simmer with the water and the sugar for about 10 minutes. Keep tossing it around. All right, grab one of these dishes or a deep pie dish or something. It's going to handle it. I think this is a 2 or 3 quart. Put your butter in it. Make sure your oven is preheating to 350 so you can cook this all up. Drop your butter in here and then place this in the oven till melted. All right? The apples are on the stove simmering. The butter's in the oven melting. We're going to start to make the last part of this. So we need you to grab your flour. Add your sugar. And before you put the milk in this, get those incorporated so they don't clump up on you. The sugar is kind of weaved in with the flour. Okay guys, butter's melted. The apple's just finished. Now we can add the milk and get the mixture mixed. All right, go ahead and put your milk in there. All right, your mixture's going to kind of look like that. Make sure there's no lumps. Get it all smooth. And slowly pour it into this pan. All right, the next step is to bring the apples in. And this is really important that you don't mix it. You gently lay the apples, scoop them in, and just gently lay them in there. And a little bit of that syrup that's in there too. It's all beautiful. If you're using canned fruit, then grab some of that syrup too. Okay, and don't use all the syrup in the pan. We only have about half the syrup. As you scoop, you'll get syrup in there. If you haven't used all of the syrup, make sure you leave 50% behind so it's not too watery. Now this is mainly for a decoration on top, but we want cinnamon flavor inside also. So we're going to do this before we bake. Okay guys, put this in the oven 30 to 45 minutes at 350 degrees. Your oven's already preheated. So let's hope this turns out. I think this is gonna work. It's still a little warm. We let it cool down a little bit. It's kind of pulled away from the edges a little bit. It's smelling mighty nice. So let's scoop out some of this and try it. You guys ready? I know this needs ice cream. I know this needs strawberries. I know this needs whipped cream. Needs a bunch of stuff. Because I can smell it. So wonderful. All throughout the breading, the crust and breading, that syrup absorbed right in. It's so good. All right, we're done. We just proved it. Lazy Man Cobbler. You can have Lazy Man Apple Cobbler. You can have Lazy Man Peach Cobbler. That's how you do it. Super easy. All right? Welcome to fall, you guys. I love you. Bye-bye.